Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Wanted to show you guys some of the things that I have on deck that need videos, and just checking with you guys to see what perhaps information you're wanting out of videos or something that you would like to see different, or just take this time to essentially get some feedback. If everything's going great, great. If there's perhaps something that I'm omitting in the videos that I do, I'd like to hear about that. Any specific videos that you'd like me to do, topics to cover, or any questions that you have on these specific knives in front of you that perhaps I can just make sure to answer when I do the individual videos on them. So I'm going to go through, tell you guys what these are. Again, I don't want to go too in-depth on them because then an individual video might end up being pointless. So now these are the production pieces. I do have some customs that I would like to do videos for, but those are, less pressing because they're certainly less available. And yeah, again, they're fun to see, and I like to watch videos on certain custom knives as well. But at the end of the day, if the maker's books are closed, then again, there's not a huge point, as again, you guys would know. So anyways, let's get into these just a little bit. We will go, well, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way here. That way the camera's not trying to focus on the wrong thing. So the first of which is the Miguron knives. Where is it? Miguron knives, and this is the Centurion. A new production company, again, out of China, overseas. Initially, I wasn't terribly interested in this company until I learned that they're actually the ones doing the manufacturing. It's in-house manufacturing under their own label, and that makes it a little bit more interesting to me. Although the design is nice, it's certainly a larger knife, probably 3.75 inch blade, if I had to guess. Again, I don't have the specs or anything in front of me. Just kind of want to show them to you guys and kind of take a look at it just briefly. But so far, quality is actually very impressive. Everything is very, very dialed on this knife, which again makes me wonder if they've been doing manufacturing under a different brand name, or perhaps no brand name. Again, that's kind of a concept that we have in the Western world, or perhaps I should say that that's not always the way that some of the manufacturing companies operate. It's just, hey, give us a job and we'll do it. There is no, I have a company name and a reputation and all this other things I need to uphold. So yeah, flipper, thumb stud, big knife, thicker blade stock. Really nice design, good fit and finish, great action. So anyways, any specific questions on the Centurion model, let me know. They do come in a few different carbon fiber colors, but that's one that's on the docket. This other one here that is on the docket, one that I really nice. I get to carry it quite a bit more because it is a smaller knife and it works well in slacks, is the Ohlone Goat. Hope I pronounced that correctly. It's definitely called the Goat. A smaller 3¼ inch flipper, runs on bearings. There's some of the nice stuff about it. Simple, clean, just again a really nice everyday carry knife, thinner blade stock, M390. A lot of really cool stuff here and great action. The longer I collect knives, the more I appreciate kind of simple, timeless designs. Like a design like this would not necessarily ever go out of style. Perhaps the opening method might, but just super simple, super clean, and for 95% of us, this would take care of anything we need in a given day, as far as everyday carry tasks, whatever you want to call it. So if you work in construction or on a farm, perhaps you need a fixed blade. But anyways, I won't belabor the point. This is the Goat. Sweet little everyday carry piece. Action's so good. Alright, here's one that a lot of you guys are very, very excited for. And this is the one that's probably gotten the most attention on Instagram. This is the Snecx and We Design collaboration. This is a production piece, and this is the Mini Buster. some time ago I had the custom on my channel that was on loan from a friend. He made very few of them. The last one he made, let's just say he made 10. I don't recall the correct number. Maybe it was 13. The last one he made, he put it for auction, and it went for, I think, 10,000. So people really appreciate his extremely meticulous detail to finishing and design and CNC. The guy's a CNC wizard. And there are a couple amazing machinists that work in the knife industry these days. But he kind of held We Knives, who's going to manufacture this, to the fire and made sure they got all the details right. So this will be made with smaller size than his custom. His custom was a 4-inch blade instead of 3.5, but it will be very true to the custom in everything except for size. So a very cool piece, and it does run on bearings instead of washers, and I'll talk about that in the video. But when you're making the 1x1 and you can hand polish and lap the washers and make your own, you can get some amazing action out of washers. But when you're doing a run of 400, which this will be, they just won't get the time necessary to do a really, really nice model on washers. So the decision was made to go to bearings on this, although the action does feel the same as compared to the custom as I remember it. It has been some time, but again, it's certainly a testament to, with the right maker who's willing to put in the right time, how good washers can be. But when it's done at scale at a factory, bearings typically beat out in that production realm. So some of that's probably going to be repeated in the video on this individual one. But again, this is the piece that I think a lot of people are extremely excited for. So the Snecx and We Knives Mini Buster. Oh, there will be a We logo on the blade. This is a prototype, so obviously it is a tiny bit different than the production one in that regard. All right, now these two, one is a custom and one is a production piece. Here we have, knocking things around, this is the production Void, the Brian Nadeau Sharp by Design collaboration with Reate Knives. This is called the Void. What, again, just like the Snecx here, CNC, I don't want to use the term masters, but incredible machinists who really good at producing knives on a CNC machine. And so when they send these companies like Reate or We Knives, in the case of the Buster, they say, here are the CAD files or the SolidWorks, whatever it is, make the knife this way exactly. And it's not quite as easy as plug and play, but it's as close as you're going to get. So really the point is that really damn good, really good. Yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail again, but very impressive piece. When he did the, what did he do? The Evo Typhoon, I think, was his first collaboration with Reate. And I was like, oh, cool knife. I passed up on it, and then I handled one at Blade Show, and I was like, son of a bee, I missed the boat on that one. And so I made sure to order the Void, and then I also ordered the Micro Typhoon collab they're doing with Reate as well. So again, just outstanding. I'm a big fan of this piece. Now, to go along with that, this is one that Brian made, and this is an Evo XL. As you can see, it is significantly larger. Again, made on a CNC machine, and personally, this size does fit me in my hand quite a bit better. I honestly think that the Void and the Void XL is probably the best design that Brian Nadeau has ever done, and just kind of the differences in. Again, they're both incredible, right? But some of the milling differences and the details are pretty incredible. I have to say I'm really a big fan of the satin finish as compared to this blasted one. But yeah, I'd hope that he gives this design someday to Reate to produce a larger version of the Void. Bring it down to a more reasonable price. I mean, this one is probably $1,100 or $1,200, whereas this one, if you pre-ordered, was $300, and I think if you did like a deposit and then paid up later, it was maybe $350. Either way, you know, a third of the price, but outstanding design. Oh, just so nice. Great design. Really, really great design. So anyways, I'm kind of making it pointless to watch individual videos, but alas, I get excited. Ooh, another one. So the Monterey Bay Knives XLC, I think, is the model. Oh, there's so many 3-letter named knives out there right now. I'm really struggling to keep track of them all. Let me double check so I don't let Sanford down as far as what this one is. So that's Monterey Bay Knives. There. Holy mo, yeah, XLC. Yeah, that seems very right. That seems right. I hope. Yeah, XLC. Okay, it is right. Anyways, so Monterey Bay Knives has been killing it lately. They brought out the Sprocket, which I don't have it near me, but it's a model that I very, very much liked. It made it into my top knives of 2019. They still have those in stock. I don't know why. You guys need to buy those, especially the carbon fiber version. But anyways, the hits keep coming, and they're coming very, very quickly. So their first integral, as far as I'm aware, very, you know, Ray Laconico design here. Thin blade stock. If you guys like slicers, again, an integral with a really thin blade. An uncommon combination. Most of the integrals that I have owned have fairly thick blade stock. So anyways, but they've just been doing a really, really good job with their releases, you know, giving people essentially what they want or what they're asking for, and you know, simple, clean design. So now if you go to their Instagram, they've already released essentially a sneak peek at a smaller version of this knife. So if you're looking at this thing and thinking, wow, that's a little bit too big, well, the smaller one is kind of on the way, or at least it will be in 2020, it seems. So yeah, stainless steel lock insert, nice integral. They did get a couple of these engraved, which, you know, takes the price up a fair bit, but I think the design is nice enough to warrant getting things engraved. You don't just engrave any knife. It's got to be a good knife that you'll want to keep around if you're gonna, you know, get an engraved version of it. So anyways, really cool design from Monterey Bay Knives. Definitely needs a video, and hopefully they're coming back in stock, because I think they're sold out right now, because I think a lot of you guys have already heard about this and bought them. Alright, last but not least is the Tepe Designs Hornet 2.0. This is a very large knife, carbon fiber handle, liner lock, M390 blade. Pretty cool piece. It is a lot of blade in a fairly lightweight package. So that is pretty cool. So this is the Hornet 2.0. You know, the real showstopper for this thing is these contoured carbon fiber handles. They showed pictures of the manufacturing on these, and these are basically contoured or finished by hand, at least the handles are. But yeah, just a really large knife in a lightweight, easy to carry package. Pocket clip is fantastic. Thank you for making a usable clip, because I hate non-usable clips. So anyways, another interesting one that certainly needs its own video. So that's kind of what I have on the docket as far as production knives go. There might be others that I've got a table full of crap behind me, and stuff might be buried underneath there. So yeah, hopefully you guys are a bit more organized in your offices. But yeah, so that's what's coming up. Again, specific questions on any of the stuff that I showed you, please let me know. I want the videos to be, you know, useful. Otherwise, kind of what's the point in making them? And hopefully you guys still enjoy the content. Again, any feedback, let me know. So you can follow me on Instagram, where I seem to put up daily content, and YouTube, not so much daily or weekly, but working back towards it. So that's it for now. See you guys soon.